Everywhere you go, you're finding faces like this, the before and the after face. Um, Here in Puerto Rico, there's this attractive young man a year and a half ago. Now, if you see him, he's looking like skeleton. One foot is swollen, the other foot he has something in it. Do this heroin thing. So this face here in uh, this face of one who has decided to use meth, and after a while, that's how the face looks. And so this is history. This is living history. This is the kind of history that people need to be watching. You tell the young people, look, man, this is what happens. Like most people, you tell you move your friend from where she lives to where you are across way over there. And you want to say, okay, I live in this place. I really don't like living. I want to move out, but I can't afford it. The folks around here are not the best in the country. And I've seen where decent women come out here and then they end up with them and then, they end up working the streets, end up hooked on something, end up dying from AIDS or shot or whatever. So, baby, look, I love you really much and I want you to stay in this place and, work on that thing and you get a job and, you get some more income and you're going to move somewhere else. They passing by this year, they waved to her, she waved back, and they started small conversations. And she tell them, you know what my boyfriend told me? He said that y'all around here are no good, and that I must avoid y'all. And they say, oh, come on, we're the best. They got a nice car and bling and so on. And she don't seem to understand what it's all about. And so gradually she started talking to them, they're coming over, she going over by them, and they're going out and so on when you're at work. Um, but you warn her again, you say, baby, look, I'm hearing things. I'm hearing people coming over here and you're going over there. I told you already, you see. You go over there, nothing. They can get you drug, get you high, put you on the street. You got to hustle to get more money to smoke. And then you get stuck and then you're in a lot of problems. You say, oh, no, that ain't happened to me. And you warn her, you say, I'm hearing this thing happening. Oh, I love you, baby. What is it you're doing? Should we move from here and go somewhere else? I mean, I can't afford it, but I was hoping that, we could survive here and then move over there later. Next thing you know, you come and you find it getting out of hand. You say, well, look, baby, I already told you before. You don't believe me. You go on and tell them what I told you and everything else. And I even showed you some of the people, I asked them the story, told you and so forth. And you go on and get trapped in that. Well, I'm going to tell you something. I can't afford moving out from here, but I got to go. See ya. See, I'm going with you. Listen, they're going to shoot me if I take you out of here now. So, see you then. And even young people, old people, it's happening to them. I see old people are riding in the wheelchair, saying, you know what, give me some weed to buy or some crap to buy. I'm saying, like, what kind of thing is your great year and you haven't learned yet? I mean, I can understand a teenager, but then, you see, I mean, put the perspective, the old person, the teenager, all in the same boat. Because, first of all, it's evil. And as long as you're evil, you can get trapped in that. Secondly, they start smoking that marijuana, and then, see, this is the gateway drug. Then they're going to, cocaine and heroin and crack and all that stuff, and then it's over. But you see, even the marijuana seems to have the capacity to diminish the intellectual, and in other words, in our minds, there are places that take care of our intellect, our will, our emotions, and our conscience. And these drugs seem to diminish them. So we can't think straight. Our conscience is not bothering us as much. Like God can't get through to us. Our emotions are kind of like out of control. Somebody just says something you don't like, you fly off the handle. Whereas the person has the constitutional right to say whatever they want, to just walk away and just ignore it or whatever. And the determination to do things that we as humans can do. Like, I'm going to get up early, I'm going to study, I'm going to get a job, I'm going to go to school, I'm going to do this and do those things. Even those things to be hard for them because the will has been done. And so you want to know how this person going to go and start using crack and cocaine and heroin. Well, their ability has been diminished. And so it seems as if, well, also they're going to hook their hands up with the devil and he's taking them down the path to kill them. But you don't play with your mind, as it were. And not only the mind, but these drugs affect the whole system. It goes in the blood, it goes everywhere. It's a problem. With heroin now, here is a substance that I'm not sure what kind of substance it is. People take the hand and stir the thing while they're cooking it and all kind of stuff. And then they're going to inject that straight into the vein. Normally, the way things get into our body is through our skin, through our nostrils, and through our mouth. Now, with the perhaps even with the skin, but with the nostrils and the mouth, it goes through organs that will process the stuff. So the air goes to the lungs, it allows the oxygen to go over and exchanges the carbon dioxide, and it keeps cycling like that. The stomach, it eat things, it do things, and whatever is not needed, nutritious or absorbable by the body, it will be defecated. But when they put this injection in the foot, some people put it straight in the vein. But when you put it in your foot, the particles that if you had eaten that would have come through and go as waste stays there, and the body fights it. It's like a foreign something in the body, and as usual, form a sore. It's trying to get rid of that thing, and then they keep adding more and more and more and more until some people lose their feet. Others, get health problems because again, the lungs and the stomach or the alimentary canal helps to protect the body. I mean, you eat bones and you eat all kinds of stuff, greens and mangoes and all that, but the body takes the nutrients and the rest pass out. So if it were like the heroin, maybe whatever could be absorbed will be absorbed, but the rest of stuff going to go down the line. So you put that into your vein now. It means now it's gone beyond. And some of these particles could even congregate and block your valves in your heart from closing. I recall when I was in Tennessee, this guy was telling me he said, man, he was a drug dealer and he could get as much heroin as he wanted. So what he did was he would have a pot with some stuff and he had a ladle and keep something in his foot. And then he just went free like putting, just going to take a syringe full and inject in his body. But then later on, he started having a heart problem. He had water building up in his heart and in his knees, in his joints. So, he was having some serious problems there. I'm not sure what happened. Then the older guy said, no, the first heart attack he had it on his pipe. He was doing crack, and he had a heart attack. Thank God he has protected me from things like that. But this picture again reminds us how it had been in the past and how it is right now. And people don't seem to see it because very rarely can you hold how you had been when you started something, how you are. And gradually you get to where you are. And so you just can't remember that except you have pictures and so forth. But we could probably see it in others. It's the same thing with us. You don't have to go down that path. I mean, I forget all the devil and forget all that voodoo and whatever. This thing's going to kill you, and you got to make a decision. I mean, thank God or whatever you got to do, but you just got to break out of that cycle. So this space is being multiplied so many times across. And what's happening here, it's a kind of degeneration. The chemicals that put in is deteriorating the cells all over the body, not on the face of the hairs, handicapped, the nails, total body, the organs. It's like you get an old person, give them a 12-year heart. They need everything. They need the lungs, they need kidneys, all that kind of stuff, because all are of the same level of deterioration. And you give them a new heart, but these other organs are inferior. They're kind of like almost to the place where they would be at death. And so I don't know if folks just try stuff like that, but I mean, I as a young man, I say, I want my last day on earth. I should be able to defend my lunch money. Nobody can come and take me a lunch money. I say, no. All right. And I really don't want to be so dependent on others. That's premature dependence. I know that right now in the park here, he was a soldier. You have to dishonorably discharge because, of course, he doesn't have no health care. He doesn't get no check from the feds. Right? So that to be to throw him out of the army. He's doing drugs. Every time I see him, want money, want this. He's sleeping in the park on the bench up by the church up in Old San Juan. That was about a year and a half ago I met him. Then he disappeared. He showed up back. He has health problems. He said he had a stroke. And he's feeling his hands and he's losing strength. And now he's pushing a little stroller. He's in his late 30s, perhaps early 40s. So, and he's declining rapidly. He's falling unsteady, busting his head because, he's not as strong. He needs a mobilized wheelchair, and then eventually he can't handle that. So I he's created some problems himself. And these days now he's trying to be nice with everybody and smiling and so on and be patient and so forth. He wants to bathe every day and change his clothes and so on. And I wish he had been doing that when he was okay. Because he would bathe sometimes for a long time, he smells bad, sleeps on the bench, and so on. Even now he's sleeping on the bench and he's arguing that, man, I don't want to give him my check, my $100 check, I need to buy clothes and shoes and so on. I can't get down on money. But hey, I'm still your value a night's rest for bro. You'll be able to sleep good over there, man, and perhaps you won't decline as the way you're doing right now. I mean, there's declension and there's declension because of neglect. There could be an advanced declension which you couldn't have been at a stage if you were taking care of business and had, good, stuff. So, I just gotta watch it. What can I do to help him? I mean, I got my problems. Everybody got a problem. So don't make problems for yourself and then become a problem for others. This is the message we have to get. So this after and before. This is real history. This is history that could become your history. Be careful.